Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Farm Sim 25, and welcome back to our Sharon Center, Ohio potato farming empire. My name is Spartan Elite 43, and tonight it is officially March. But that's not all, folks. It's planting season, as you guys know, for potatoes. But more than that, you may be wondering why I'm just randomly standing out in my driveway. Well, it's a pretty straightforward and simple thing, really. I did a thing. I used some of our money that we made since we didn't end up buying property. I ended up taking and putting some money on a workshop. And that's what we've got sitting right behind us. You guys ready? You guys know we had, oops, kind of cheesed it. We've had the house. We've had our shed. But now we have this beautiful workshop. Look at this. Look at it. Isn't it beautiful? Ah, it's so good. I love this. I love it so much. So we've got one big door and we've got two smaller doors. And the best part is, not only is this a workshop where we can work on our equipment without pulling it up on like a pallet like we were before, but it's also storage. Like we can just store stuff in here. So that's nice. But look at it. Look at it. Here's our little workshop area in here. Anything that we park in this door is going to be used for, I know I got lights around here somewhere. Let me go ahead and hit the lights. There we go. You know, we like to leave our lights on around here. Use up as much electricity as possible. But yeah, I thought that was a pretty good idea. We used this a little bit in the New Frontier? No. What was it? What was the last one we were on? Calmlands. We used this on the Calmlands playthrough. I like this garage a lot. It's a great little maintenance shed, and like I said, anywhere that I park inside there, I can maintain my equipment and everything like that. So we needed a good workshop. We've got one. So now that we got that, but we also left plenty of room between the two buildings so that I can drive in and out of my field nice and easy, get into my trailer and everything. But we've got some planting to do, y'all. It's been a long time coming, but we got some planting to do. Now, you guys may remember in the last episode, we finally did it. It's still here. This ain't a lease no more, y'all. This is the real deal. It's all ours. I'm so happy that we got it. So happy. And I'm sure the sales rep is thrilled. But, yeah, we're going to go ahead and jump on our John Deere here with the good old-fashioned crop sensor on the front. And we're going to go out there. And we're going to plant our field. We got taters to plant. So let's get it done. Now, the one thing I did forget is I try to fill up the taters, and I keep forgetting. I need to do that. So this might take a minute. I'll probably end up cutting this out because y'all already know this tends to take a little while. We should have plenty of liquid fertilizer still, so we should be good on that front. All right. I'm going to take a guess and say that the, whatchamacallit is going to be just fine. So we're going to go for there. 90,000 liters of potatoes should be plenty to plant all of our fields, I think. At least that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. The only thing I don't like about this planter is how it's got like the short neck. Like I would much rather have a longer tongue on this thing so that I can turn the tractor a lot easier, but you know, you do what you gotta do, right? All right, let's get this thing set up. We are gonna go with a 49.9. Let's go like 49.5. That way there's a little bit of overlap. Okay, so we're close. Not perfect. Beautiful. Gonna try to do it right this time. Come in from this side. A little awkward right through here. It's alright though. I do need to fix that. I got goofed up last time. Let's go ahead and fix that real quick. Something's wrong with precision farming in FarmSim 25 here, because it doesn't like actually delete the field. Just lets everything kind of be awkward. All right, let's get the grass. I don't remember which we ended up using, but we'll just go with the tall grass. Looks all right. All right. Let's get online and we'll plant the second edge of the field. It's just a bit tricky. As you can see where it'll still plant despite having that area already been painted over and everything. It's kind of annoying. And then if you look at the precision farming map, that area is still considered part of a field. So something I'll have to consider going forward with precision farming when we do these playthroughs. Oh, I completely forgot as well. Somebody asked for a list of mods, and I told them, I was like, I have over 300 mods installed. I can't give you a whole list, but what I will do is at the end of this episode, I will show you guys all the mods that I have installed. You guys can just, you know, look at it based on what you want or whatever. You guys can pause. There we go. A little out of practice driving since it's been a couple of days. All last week I hadn't played the game because I took it batch recorded last week. Been having to batch record a lot of stuff lately because I just don't have the time to do all of it. Otherwise I wouldn't make any of the upload schedule that I've got. But yeah, right here is where I really, really do wish that the tongue of this thing was a little longer. You can see it is putting down fertilizer as well. Wonder if it's going to update the precision farming this year. Yeah, see, it's still, I mean, we'll see if it updates after the fact. But like one of the things that I've been struggling with was the pH initially, but we got that figured out. But now the nitrogen levels don't actually update. So my precision farming just kind of screws me out of money. Like, everything else is working fine. It just doesn't register that it's got nitrogen, so I don't get the extra bonuses that I'm supposed to. Because my environmental score should be much higher. Usually up in the 80s or 90s. But in this series, we've been stuck in the 50s and 60s for a while. unfortunate. Alright, that is that one done. We're going to double around here and grab this row right here. Which should be a straight line right through the center of the field, kind of. Hit the right side of this. So I've been giving some thought to what our next series is going to be, now that we've kind of hit the snowball portion of this series. And I'm thinking we do a... I was going to do vineyards, but honestly, I don't know if I want to do vineyards. Just because of the sheer annoyance of how some of the equipment ends up working. Like, I like vineyards. I like the idea of having a small vineyard or something. But to center an entire playthrough around it, I don't know. But what I was thinking, there's a new map that's come out that's kind of like the New Frontier map or the Calmlands map, where it's kind of a just blank canvas, you do what you want with it sort of map. And I've been thinking about starting on that, but doing something that we've never done before, which is I'm going to try to look through all the mods and stuff and see if we can find a bunch of smaller equipment mods and see if we can't use some like older tractors and stuff like that. On PC, they have a little bit more mods and stuff that they have that can do like a vintage playthrough or a small equipment playthrough. On console, we're pretty limited in our mods, so I don't know if there's going to be enough mods to make something like that possible. But I thought that would be pretty cool if we start like real small and kind of build our way up a little bit slower. Because the last time we started was on Calmlands. We started kind of the same deal, but we ended up snowballing pretty quick because we were doing silage. And silage has always been a absolute ridiculously broken amount of selling because you get 3 harvests of grass a year. So silage has always been one of those things that it's just kind of busted. And it's kind of overdone as well. So I was thinking that we could maybe start a small like farm in the middle of nowhere on the new map, test that out, and then like work with small equipment for longer. You know, just something different. That'll be kind of a ode to this playthrough as well, because, like I said, that first harvest ruined this playthrough for me. As much as I've enjoyed the series, but as far as like the overall like harvest, the first harvest, 7.5 hour first harvest, was enough to make me want to uninstall. That'll never happen again. It'll never happen again. But in terms of like smaller equipment and stuff, I think that could be a lot of fun. Like start with like relatively small tractor with a small implement to rip the fields and then kind of work that way. Maybe go with like a realistic playthrough too, where we don't use broken modded trailers and broken modded spreaders and broken modded planters, because I ain't gonna lie, you get used to using this stuff after a while. It's kind of nice. And then it's kind of hard to go back. But it all depends on what you guys think. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys would like to see, whether you'd like to see a vineyard playthrough or if you guys would like to see that new map that I was talking about. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a new map. It's kind of a blank canvas style map, kind of like No Man's Land was before, like Calmlands and stuff like that. I love those style maps where you just start with nothing and then you got to build up what you build up. Alright, let's see if the nitrogen is being... Okay, it actually went up to 61. So maybe there's hope that this is actually starting to work now. I don't know, though. It went up to 61, but the nitrogen bar still hasn't moved. And for those wondering if it was this that started that, no. It's not the mod's fault. It's something to do with either the map or precision farming as a whole. Something changed. I don't know, it's been several episodes ago at this point, but something changed and it just stopped working correctly. We got the lime to start working again, but the fertilizer, the nitrogen, still hasn't started working yet. But if you walk over the field and everything, it'll say that it's got the perfect levels for whatever, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. I'm not a developer. All I know is it ain't working. Also, if my voice sounds a little weird, I apologize, because how have we used so many potatoes? Am I crazy? I could have swore we had 90,000 potatoes. Oh, I might be stupid. I am stupid. I'm pretty sure it was like 130, 140,000 liters of potatoes that we needed. I'm dumb. I'm dumb, because right now we got 9,000 liters left, so I'm going to have to put some more taters in here. Got plenty of liquid fertilizer, though. So I don't think that'll be an issue. Alright. That is another 50,000 liters. I know we spent another $37,000 on it. Hit our headlands down here so that we ain't got to worry about turning around. Always this end of the field that's the worst. Also, probably ought to check in on our productions as well. So they both have water, and this is still distributing. Oh, fuck. Oop, pardon my language. Hate when that happens. Again. I think there's always a... Okay, apparently not. Normally, I thought there was like one row that's a little bit awkward here. But apparently I'm a liar. Only thing awkward here is my driving. Good Lord. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I hate the turning radius with this trailer, or with this planter. Now, one of the things that I've got to figure out what I want to do is, do I want to go ahead and buy extra property this year, or do I want to go ahead and purchase that self-propelled sprayer that I was talking about? And honestly, I'm leaning towards the sprayer. I need something that has the spot spray technology, though, if we're going to go that route. So we'll have to have the pulse width modulation. It's going to be an arm and a leg and my firstborn child to purchase one. But we do kind of need it, because at this point, that weeder that we've got is just taking too long to get things done. Now, I could just buy more of those weeders and then purchase more tractors, and then we'd be able to do multiple tractors, get it done a little bit quicker maybe. But yeah, that is definitely a slow point for us right now, is our ability to get the weeding done. And like I said, the one that I'm kind of leaning on is the big boy, right? And I think it's like $600,000 if you pay for all the doodads and whistles. But it's got like a 54-meter reach on it. It's got pulse width modulation, everything. Starting to hope that I have enough potatoes left. Again, had 50,000 liters of potatoes. I thought that'd be enough to get through these 2 fields. But I'm starting to question my maths. As if I actually do math. One little spot, man, where I didn't have it perfectly straight going onto the field. Now when that grows in, that's going to be slightly askew. That's going to drive everybody crazy, and you won't be able to unsee it. So I'll just try not to focus on it. I'll be shocked if we have enough to actually plant this field. And end up having to go back. For one little bit more. And I'll tell you where I screwed up the math too. So, in my head, we had 90,000 initially, and then I put another quote-unquote 50,000 on top of that, right? Wrong. Here's where I screwed up. So instead of 50,000 on top of it, I just brought the total to 50,000. We still had like a few thousand in there from the other field. See what I'm saying? It's a small oopsie, but it's a noticeable one. I'm just hoping that since we're not planting as wide a swath here, that maybe we can get through it. Yeah, we're not going to get through it. We are officially... out. Almost. Alright, let's go get some more. I'm a dummy. Again, started with 90,000 liters. Did not run out all of the potatoes, right? And then I brought the total back up to 50,000 liters. Okay? Now I don't remember exactly how many I had left, but I know that that does not add up to the 140,000 liters that I was hoping for. But I didn't think about that until I ran out. But basically, you need about 140,000 liters of potatoes to plant our fields, or of seeds to plant our fields, as they currently sit. It's alright though. I'll get her. Get a couple of thousand liters. At least we know we're not overspending on seeds. We're getting exactly what we need. We'll bring it up to maybe 10,000 liters and go back and finish that. What I need to do is, in between episodes, just set this thing there and let it fill all the way up with potatoes, or with seeds. Then I don't have to worry about it for a little while. We're also starting to get a little bit lower on the fertilizer, but we're not actually using that much fertilizer, shockingly. We'll get this one on over there. We do have... Man, somebody took out that sign again. Hate when that happens. Darn kids out here, always running over the sign. Can't have nothing nice. You don't have access to this land. You mean I can't plant taters in the road? Why? Who said? Show me the law. Show me the law that says I can't plant my potatoes in the road. And there you have it. Alright, we're going to do what you're not supposed to do, which is just drive straight across our freshly planted ground. Just think of it as we're rolling a very small portion. Definitely. Definitely not just over-compacting the soil. So yeah, we ended up about 1,500 liters short. It's alright though, that's all done. Our pumpkins are still growing in the greenhouses. Still offsetting the loan cost. Speaking of loan costs, we're going to eventually have to pay off that loan, ain't we? That's the worst part. I get to make all that money and then just let it disappear for no reason. But it is part of the challenge. Gotta pay off the loan. I think we owe 1.5 million or something like that. I forget what the loan is. It's a healthy loan. Some would call it slightly too much loan. Hence the pumpkins year round to try to pay off the payment every month. Alright. There you have it. Another planting season in the books, y'all. Alright, so let's turn that off real quick. Let's check this out. We do have some tractors in here. Obviously, we're not going to get this. It's a little small for what we're after. But this Ford... I've not driven a Ford. But here's the problem with these. They don't have PTOs. They don't. It's unfortunate. But they don't have PTOs. Just like the big buds. Just like the big buds, there's no PTO. It's just hydraulics and a pin. But they are cool. And surprisingly affordable for the horsepower. 86,000? I mean, it's 56% off right now, but 86,000 is pretty cool. Alright, now the other thing I did say I was going to do is I'm going to show off all the mods. So here's your chance, guys. If you guys want to see all the mods that I have, some of them are being used in this playthrough, some of them are not. But these are all the mods that I have currently installed. So you guys can pause where you want and see what you want. And there you go. So, and of course I have the Farm Sim DLCs as well. But now that planting season is come and gone, I think that's going to do it for today's episode. So thank you guys so much for hanging out. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you do, make sure you guys punch that like button for me. Leave a comment below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And as always, I will see you in the next video.